Right, you crazy people that want to watch me do stuff. Evo is in, and BRZ is back under the cover and under the cover. And we got the, I don't know if you can see it from here. Maybe. Here we go. The cherry picker and yep, transmission right there. So, goal for today is figure out how to walk around because it's getting a little snug. I still need to get a door on the barn, but most places don't want to put a 16-foot wide door in. I got a dually. I want the extra space. I know I don't need it, right? But it's what I want. So I think I'm gonna have to go with a commercial sized door, and we got the scissor trusses up here, and I'm gonna try to do like a roll up door, kind of like you see at the storage places, but I want to get an insulated one. So that way we can get the mini split in and have a heated and cooled garage. So we got some goodies. Let me flip this around. All right, we got Dodson heated sump. We got fluids. We got a filter, and somewhere in this box is an internal filter, and that's the part that we're gonna have fun doing today because we got the transmission out. S1000, let's go. We got transmission out, so couldn't find any videos about this. Found Cosmic made one post on one of the Evo forums, and I think it's in one of the manuals. You can take this black cover off, and then you've got the brain behind the transmission because it is SST, and we're gonna pull that brain, right, solenoid pack out, whatever it's called, I can't, mechatronic. And once we get that out, on the bottom, okay, on the bottom is that internal transmission filter. I know it hasn't been changed on this one, and I know it hasn't been changed on that one. The car's got roughly 75, 80K, 1,000 miles on it. And the motor and trans that's in it now was put in at like 30,000. So this one's got like 30,000 miles on it. Right about where Mitsubishi says you should change all that anyways, but everyone else on the forums and stuff is saying 7,000. So let's get to it. And if you were watching the previous video on all of this transmission goodness stuff, you will notice that I was gonna put it on a time lapse, and there's like maybe amount of time lapse. I don't know what's going on with my GoPro, but it will not sync up to my phone half the time. Like I can get it going, and then if I stop it and like walk away for 5 minutes, I cannot get it to sync back up. I gotta shut everything off, the phone, reboot, all of the stuff. So maybe it's time for a new GoPro, but kind of want to wrap this building up first, but I don't know, we'll see. All right, let's get into this transmission. Just taking a little break here. Basically took the bolts out down the side and that side, and I got 3 bolts up here in that little wire clip. and then that whole unit should just come right out, and that will give us the access that we need to get that filter out. And there is one bolt on that filter, so that's why we have to take all this brain, solenoid, mechatronic stuff out. But since it's already out of the car, it's really not that big of a deal, and you can still do this when it's in the car, I believe. So because this is faced towards the front, towards the radiator. So all right, I'm gonna take a little break here and then we'll get back at it. All right, so a little trick, you know, got a little magnet here, and once you crack these bolts loose, especially these ones, oh, there it is, by that wire, right, on the left side of the QR code, that is way back in there, and you do not want to drop that bolt. So once you crack it open, or crack it loose, the bolts are loose enough that you can take this magnet and just put the T25 socket on the top three, and you can spin them off just like this. So, and then you shouldn't drop the bolt. Obviously be careful, but super helpful tip. All right, here's the new filter, magneto, very neat magnet. Not a magneto, but clean filter. Here is the old one, and that seal came out with it. And oh, look at that, dirty. I haven't got some more cleaning to do down here. I already hit it with brake cleaner, but we're gonna throw this new one in there. You kind of gotta like squish it down with like some pry bars or screwdrivers and kind of like just work it out. So yeah, just trying not to mess up that O-ring on the new one when we go to put it back in. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm hoping it's easier to shove it in there than it was to try to yank it out. But that's what she said. And yeah, so I'm gonna clean that up a little bit more, shove that guy in there. There is a bolt that holds it on. It is a T30, I believe it was. And then once we get all that mechatronic stuff back in, we got a heated sump from Dodson. Bought it from Cosmic, and that should make this old Evo over here go a little bit better when it's cold out, and you know, the trans will actually heat up while it's just warming up outside when it's cool out. So it actually runs the coolant through one side of that pan and allows the transmission to get up to temp much faster, and wears out the clutches less because it's not wanting to use the heat from slipping the clutches all the time. So just all around should be much better for daily driving. I don't know if you have one of these cars and you only track it with the SST, you know, I don't know if it's worth it, but for daily driving stuff for sure. So football games in about an hour, so I'm gonna try to slap all this stuff back together. There is a bolt pattern tightening sequence, and it's basically kind of like a head gasket, and star pattern, in pattern, whatever you want to call it, and it's in inch pounds, so you can look up the torque specs. I think it's 40 and then 85, but don't quote me on it. And yeah, so let's